Kingdom, Deliverance, praise and worship churches. We got all these brands. But there's one goal. That's one mark. Paul told us, I press toward the mark of the high. Same word, mark, scopos. It means scope. What you got in your scope? I got one thing in my scope. It ain't heaven. It's bringing heaven to earth. My scope is sonship. The high calling of God in. The high calling of God in Christ Jesus. That's why we need men and women of God that are bold enough to be hidden with God, so they give teaching, so that the teaching can bring us to a point of maturity. So it says, former rain. This word mare, and it means an archer or also a teacher. So when we say, and we plead God, and we get songs, and we say, God, send the rain. We're just basically saying, God, we need more teachers. But what we need the latter rain, which we'll talk about next week. The latter rain is willing to finish the touches, but I'm just talking about this rain, right? And now it's not by coincidence. This word here, mare, has a root word. Most Hebrew, Greek words, they have root words. So I like to get the root word just as well because it only accentuates the original thought. Uh-oh. I'm about to get saved again. Its root word is yara. Yara. Yeah, see, this Wednesday is for deeper life. Sundays we can just, Wednesday you bring your brain, y'all. Bring it all. We need it all in here. It says yara. So it means to flow as water. To lay a throw, especially as an arrow to shoot. Figuratively, to point out, or as if by aiming or directing the finger, to teach. So it's a principle called a lamad principle, which is, and anyway, there's a lot of rabbinical people believe it's a yara. So the yara is trying to, so it basically when you get a teacher, or you're in a ministry, they're pointing out. Come on, y'all know we've been pointing out lately. Pointing in corporate prayer. Some of us don't want to pray now. But all we're doing is pointing out, right? All we're doing is your rock. Why? So there's a flow to the water.
Yes.
So the water can flow. So there's correct irrigation. So we don't have to be in drought. So get what I'm saying? So this house should be flooded with instruction. Come on now. Teaching should flow through the foundation of this house. We're not in Genesis 2 and 5. We're not tilling the ground where there's no rain. We're not saying send the rain. We got teaching in here. We got instruction in here. And we're pointing it out. We have an aim to this thing. We're teaching you guys the ways of the Lord. Not just his acts. We want his ways. The church as a composite represents his acts. That's why people want to know what y'all believe over there. What kind of church y'all are? People tell you all that. What kind of denomination? They basically want to denominate you, which means to make you Lord. What box you fit in? None of them. Not none of them. It ain't arrogance and pride because God never intended. He was in a box one time. 1,500 years. Actually 2,000 years. He was in a box. He wanted to be in the garden, walk with his man. His man didn't want to walk with him no more. He had to be lifted up from the earth. Then all of a sudden, for him to get back in the earth 1,500 years later, he had to raise up a Moses to put him in a box. He's out of the box now. He ain't in no box. You can't put him in a box. You can't say, yeah, we are non-denominational church. No, we ain't. The devil is alive. We're post. What does that mean? Post-denomination. When he get done moving, that's when we stop. We ain't none. Because non-denominations have become none. And all they proud, so they don't have to be affiliated with nobody. We affiliated with people. That's not the goal. I'm talking about the instruction that God has given us. Because we don't want a lid on us. We don't want to be marginalized. There's only one cover we need, and that's the glory of God. There's only one head, that's Christ. Yeah. So, teaching can be seen as direction. This is my notes. Teaching can be seen as direction, as laying a foundation, informing and instructing. It is a facet of guidance. So when a person, a man or woman is standing up in the pulpit and they're espousing certain points and they're spitting and sweating and, you know, all the other, you know, stuff they go with. They're trying to express themselves. They're not necessarily trying to entertain you. They're trying to point you somewhere. Tell you, nigga, we're trying to point you somewhere. Most folks live their lives without any direction. Knowing something is not direction. There's a whole bunch of folks that know a lot of stuff. And they don't know what to do with it. Smart as a whip. Going to school 4 or 5 DDSs, got all kinds of degrees on the wall, but there's no productivity. We need to be productive citizens in the kingdom of God. We need to be able to somebody to point the way. Tell your neighbor, there has to be somebody point the way. Yep, there has to be. I'm here to tell you there is one. Tell your neighbor there is one. So let's go to the next word. Moderately. So the form of rain, moderately. Now, if you know anything about English, you know, we'll blow that one up. Because moderate means mild, laid back, reserved. It means to be proportioned. To be calibrated, to say, hey, you know what? Don't really take all that stuff. You can moderately come to church. I mean, yeah, I'd have been a 4 corporate prayers in a row. I'm not coming moderately. And then they try to figure out why they got a breakthrough. I'm talking to the guy saying, well, I moderately did what I wanted to do. Yeah, well, okay, good luck. And you get, see, because you set the law in motion. Y'all, I don't know if you know that. He put that seed in your hand. Whatever you want God to bring to you is up to you. I don't know if y'all knew that. I think sometimes we think it's just magical. No. Yeah. The volume that you need God to do, whatever He needs to do in demonstration has to be done by you first. I got a whole bunch of scripture to go to, but we're going to stay true. Moderately. This is the word tzedakah. And it means righteousness. Well, that don't even sound like our word. I should have gave y'all the English word, but I gave you an abbreviation of it. But rightness and righteousness, that's not on our turn. It's not on our radar, is it? For moderate. Rightness, righteousness, rectitude, justice, virtue, and prosperity. So He's given the church the form of rain moderately. Or the rain, the teaching, is instruction in righteousness. No twisted sisters, no crooked places. Come on now. No holding back, no Esau's. Come on. No Judases. No Korahs. I'm just giving you, I'm highlighting a certain characteristics. No Jezebels. No Absaloms. Am I right? But He wants to bring us to a point where righteousness resides in us. So the fruit of instruction, the fruit and the manifestation is righteousness. So I'm being pointed in a way because of righteousness' sake. Am I right? What did Paul say about the kingdom? Romans 14:17. He said the kingdom of God is not in what? Meat and drink, carnal ordinances and all that other stuff. But in righteousness, peace, and joy in the Holy Ghost. You can't get in the room without righteousness. Now it's not about me going to establish my own righteousness. I'm going to submit to His righteousness. So whatever Jesus done on my behalf, the seed that I carry, I'm not trying to be holy. He's holy. He said, you get what I'm saying? I can be holy because He's holy. Why? Because if the root is holy, oh, come on now, the branches is holy. That's your Bible, Romans 11:16. So I'm tapped into the root. So it's not by osmosis that the root is in me. I put that root in the right climate. Huh? So that root is the seed. So I make sure, people say, well, you're trying to give people a right to do what they want to do. No, that's not, that's extreme grace and hyper grace and all that. I'm just telling you, for what you carry, The righteousness of the seed that was sown, his nature in you, put it in the right atmosphere. That's what teaching does. That's why folks don't want to be submitted to certain places, because they know they're going to have to do it the right way. Moderate way. In fact, I wrote in my note, righteousness as in government. That's what righteousness is for. You cannot have government without righteousness. Government. I'm so tempted to do a teaching on church government and show you the difference between church government and kingdom government. Because most of our struggle is that we want to be submitted to church. Never been submitted to the kingdom. A lot of the stuff that's in your life will cease once you understand kingdom government. That he truly is Lord. Not just something that was made because he's exalted in a theosis or something. No, he's God, yeah. But he's on the right hand of the Father to execute the judgment that is written on behalf of the church, well, on behalf of God, to bring us to a certain level of understanding. So this is what the reading heard close. Right here, I got a little space right here. Let me circle that and make sure I just stay within that framework. I won't allow any words to get outside of those little brackets. So I can say this. As a matter of fact, righteousness as in government. So in order for the government to be, so basically when instruction and teaching is coming, it comes with a objective or with a goal, with a preset goal. The preset goal is that the teaching will lead us to righteousness. The former rain is the preparation stage of righteousness, showing us how to behave as a new species. Right? So thus the former rain moderately literally means the teacher of righteousness. So if Mari means teacher, is that in your Bible? It said teacher of righteousness, right? Okay, we got a couple of other versions too. Let's bring them on up. Which version you got? That's the one we're going to, NASB. So y'all think I'm just put a twist, a spin on scripture. That's what the NASB says. So rejoice, O sons of Zion. Who's the sons of Zion? We are. How did you know? We come to Mount Zion. How? In Hebrews 11.